So, if you're new here, my name is Darlene Sharice, and I am a postpartum and birth doula here in the Seattle, Washington area. I am an herbalist, a feminine energy coach, and I am a retired esthetician. And I'm just here. I have a new group that I just started on Facebook called Sister Friend Lock In 2025. We are taking advantage of the lock in and just locking in with one another, creating community, making sure that, we have great accountability partners, making sure that we are using the last 4 months of this year to really lock in on our own goals, on our own personal glow up, and the things that we want to accomplish. Um, in that group, yesterday I posted about the subconscious mind, and I'm going to get back to the subconscious mind. I have my notes in front of me so that I stay on topic. But I was talking to my daughter this morning, and my daughter's 23 years old. She's a mom, she has two kids of her own, and she's just like the most fun person to be around. If you know Malia, then you know Malia is just super duper fun. She's funny, and she's such a fun mom. And so we were talking, and I was like, yeah, well, I'm rebranding myself. And she's like, Mom, you're always rebranding yourself. And we just like busted out and started laughing because it is so true. Um, she knows me, and she knows that her mother is always going to not necessarily rebrand myself, but I am always, always, always going to make myself better every year, I guess. I'm always going to be the one that's like glowing up, and like I said, I used to be an esthetician, so I love a good glow up. I love some good beauty secrets and hacks and fillers and I haven't really gotten into all that, but I'm definitely not against it. And so I'm always thinking of like, okay, this is it. This is it. It's time for me to glow up. I need to do this. I need to do that. And so when I was saying that to her, I just found it really, really funny because she knows her mother, and she knows that I am just not afraid to constantly, constantly rebrand myself. I am not afraid to go after my dreams and live the life that I want to live, and have as many careers as I want, or have as many faces as I want, or do the things that I want to do. She knows that about her mom, and I love that. I love that she knows that about me, and I love that she feels comfortable knowing that about me, knowing that she, as a woman, as a mom, as a wife, she can constantly rebrand herself. She can constantly do the things that she wants to do. She can constantly do the things that make her happy. She just, there's no rules in life, and I love that for her, and I love that for me. And it was just funny to me, because I'm talking about subconscious mind, and you know how and what you can do to kind of reprogram your subconscious mind so that the only competition every single year is you. I am in competition with nobody but myself. I only want to be better than I was last year. Okay, so that's kind of where my rebrand came from. But I just thought it was funny because my daughter knows me. She knows me really, really well, the best probably. And we just both busted out laughing because I told her that. But anyways, we're going to talk about the subconscious mind today. And like I said, I have my notes in front of me. So if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at my notes. I'm trying to stay focused. I want this video to only be 10 minutes at the longest, because I want to get in and get out, right? So I posted a post about the subconscious mind in my group that I have on Facebook, Sister Friend Lock In 2025. If you're looking for community, if you're a woman of color and you're looking for community, please find us, search us on Facebook and request to join. I would love to have you. But with the group, I was posting about subconscious mind and subliminals. Me and one of the members in the group, we were talking about just feeling better about ourselves and getting into a better place in our mindset, and just feeling good about who we are and the woman that we present to the world, right? And so one of the things for me that has helped me is subliminals, and I've been doing subliminals, oh my gosh, for, I would say, maybe about 10 years now. I found them, and it started with like frequency music and Hertz music. And then I just kind of, moved on and found new artists and new creators and different people to follow. And so I am now on, subliminals really, really heavy at night, and high frequency guru, which I know a lot of people are watching high frequency guru. I have been on these subliminals, and I love them. Okay. I love them. I wake up feeling so refreshed. I wake up feeling like, I am a goddess, I am a queen, I am beautiful, I am independent, I am strong, just all of the I ams. And so I wanted to share that with the girls and the members and the women in the group. And so we were talking about, how you can use subliminals, affirmations, meditations, different things like that to really change your subconscious reality. And your subconscious reality or your subconscious mind is the blueprint of your reality. Okay. It is what tells you who you are. Okay. It is who you project to other people. And it is about your self worth and your self mastery. And so, one of the ways, and I want to do maybe like a 3 or 4 part series where I can kind of break down each way that I do. But one of the ways that I've used to really change the way that I view myself, the way that I love myself, the way that I value myself is through subliminals. Subliminals, what are they? They are like a form of messaging. They're a form of messaging designed to kind of influence our subconscious or our mind, our subconscious mind, without conscious awareness. So it is messaging, like secret messages that our subconscious mind can take in without our actual conscious mind being aware of it. Okay. So subliminals are great to listen to at night. Generally, subliminals are like some sort of track, it's 3 hours to 8 hours. And what it is it you'll hear there's like an affirmation underneath it. I am a goddess. I am divine feminine. I am the embodiment of sensuality. Whatever it is that you are working on in yourself, right? So it's like these affirmations in the background, but then it's like a song or a frequency or a sound over them. So you can barely, only if you're really, really paying attention, can you barely hear the affirmations. But your subconscious is aware that the affirmations are playing in that background. And that's what the subconscious mind picks up on. It picks up on those affirmations in the background playing, even though the sound or the music is the loudest or louder than the affirmations. And then your mind is like, oh, okay, yes. Yes, well, I am a goddess. Yes, I am divine feminine. Yes, I do embody sensuality and sexuality or whatever it is, like I said, that you are really focusing on kind of changing or glowing up in your life. And so um like I said, high frequency guru is one of those. And I'll drop some links in the description below just so you guys can have like some references and different people that you can start off with, just people that I like in different subliminals that I listen to. So just so you know, every thought you allow to repeat, every belief you nurture, it quietly like programs the direction of your life. Okay. The things that we take in, that's why it's really important to know what a person has gone through in their childhood, because then you can kind of understand a little bit about their behavior. If someone grew up in a home and their parents were telling them all the time they're ugly, they're nothing, they're useless, a lot of times those types of people struggle with insecurity and feeling beautiful or adequate or enough, right? And and so what subliminals do is they reprogram that programming that you have from your childhood, from growing up, from a job, a situation, a relationship, a time, a season in life. They take that programming that you have and they reprogram so that you actually believe that you are the shit. Okay. And I think it's really, really, really important for us to understand that you can do that through subliminals, you can do that through meditating, you can do that through mirror affirmations, you can do that through EFT tapping, you can do those things through all of those things. Subliminals is just one way that we are focusing on. So once you are listening to your subliminals, and you're listening to subliminals at night, remember, well, I mean, you can listen to them during the day. I sometimes will turn them on in the background if I'm working or on the computer. I know that I need to be on the computer for like a 2 hour stretch. I'll turn on like subliminals just to kind of keep myself focused and not on my phone and different things like that. But they work really well at night because you are not aware of what's going on, right? You're sleeping. And so your subconscious mind is still awake, and it is ingesting the subliminals, right? But then also during the day, I think it's really, really important also to remember that when you are locking in, when you are changing your mindset, when you are deliberately trying to reprogram your brain from those fearful thoughts, from those negative thoughts, from those traumatic thoughts, that also you have to reinforce that during the day. So during the day, you don't then go want to watch, TV shows, or go and consume content that is, counterintuitive, or negative, or the opposite of what you just did at night, right? You want to, during the day, continue to ingest this wonderful, positive, uplifting, affirming type of content. And so then you would also add in like meditation music. There's also a meditation track that I'm in love with right now. It's called the Manifest Music Room, and they're on Spotify and Apple. And I'll link, put a link to them as well in the description. But it's just like these beautiful songs, and they're just affirming all of the things that you're believing in about yourself. Just how beautiful you are, how wonderful you are, how smart you are. Your car paid off, you're living in luxury, you're doing all the things. So, and these are things that you can create for yourself. You don't have to go out and follow someone on YouTube or on TikTok or anything like that. These are things that you can create for yourself. You can put affirmations on a loop in your own voice and listen to these things and reprogram your brain that way. And so I think it's important that if we are deciding to reprogram our brain in a way that we're going to be listening to subliminals at night, we then reinforce it during the day with also positive music, positive content, the things that we're watching on TV. I don't have the TV on right now, and I rarely watch TV anymore because it's so damn negative. I don't watch none of the reality TV shows. I don't watch none of the Real Housewives, Married to Medicine. I don't watch none of it. It's just so freaking negative, and I hate watching people argue and bicker and go back and forth. And all that is that. So I had to give stuff like that up. I don't watch the news. I do not care. I'm not tapped in. If there's a national disaster or something like that, I see it on social media first, and then I'll go and research it on the news or whatever. But I don't wake up and watch the news. I remember my grandparents used to wake up every morning and watch the news, and obviously the world wasn't what it is today. But it's just I can't. I don't have the mental capacity to do it, and so I don't. I just think that it's really, really important that if you want to lock in these next 4 months, if you want to truly change the way that you view yourself, that you really want to change the way that you believe in yourself and you value yourself, and you love yourself, that you have to have that positive reinforcement all the time, all the time, all the time, because this world is so negative and there's so many distractions in this world. So, that was one of the other things that I wanted to share, just making sure that even though we're doing the subliminals at night, we're also reinforcing them during the day and making sure that, we're staying on track with our goals and the things that we want to accomplish. So with your subconscious, like if all you ever think about, or if your subconscious is constantly filled with like fear and lack and doubt and all of those things, it's reflected in your life. That's the reality that you live. And so you literally have to change your subconscious thinking in order to have a better life and a better life experience. Okay. Everybody is here for a short time only. Okay. And it is our responsibility to create the type of life experience that we want to live. And through subconscious reprogramming, through subliminals, through meditation, through affirmations, different things like that, these are ways that you can actually recreate and reprogram your actual reality. Okay. And in conclusion, because of course I did, like I said, I want to keep this short, sweet, and to the point. I love the glow up girlies that tell you to go get the facials and your nails done and keep your hair done, and how to do, everyday makeup and different outfits and different things like that. Love it. But let your glow up start internal, with the internal voice that you have, with how you speak to yourself, with reprogramming your thoughts to only align with positivity, with love, with adoration, for yourself. So that when you do go and you do the facials or the Botox or the fillers or the any of those things. What's the soul is healed and the soul feels good, and we're not doing these things thinking that we can change our outer appearance and not have to work on our inner appearance. It's so internal. Everything that we do is internal. And so we also have to start off, even when we're doing our glow up, we got to start off internal. So I wanted to hop on. I wanted to talk about subliminals and how important they are and how much they've changed my life, and just the self-talk that I talk to myself. I'm so gentle with myself. I'm so kind with myself. I'm so patient with myself. I love the era that I'm in. I am so soft with myself. And because I treat myself this way, I won't ever allow anyone into my life that does not treat me the same. So hopefully that was some good information. It was short, it was sweet, it was to the point, and you guys got even in a few key keys and a few laughs as well. So I love you guys. I will be back, and thank you so much for listening. See you later. Bye.